All right, if you're clicking on this video, you probably want to know why we have 5 different reasons the Detroit Lions will be in the Super Bowl in 2024. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump into that and a little bit more in today's Lions Talk Live. Well, greetings and salutations, everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host, Dan Thornton, and thank you for tuning in to Lions Talk Live today. Sunday, the bye day, the day the Lions haven't lost. Yeah, I'm sure nobody's heard that so far today. But as you probably noticed from the title, we're going to talk about a few reasons why we here at Lions Talk Live are projecting the Detroit Lions will indeed, in fact, put money in the bank, take it out of the bank, put it down on a bet over in Vegas or wherever you want to go, because we've got some good reasons why we're going to go to the Super Bowl in 2024. Let's get into it right now with reason number 1. All right, the 5th reason overall, why we're going to work our way down from the least important up to the number 1 important. The 5th reason overall is simply this: the Lions draft class last year and then this year. I'm sure it's no stranger to anybody watching this video. We've had a ton of injuries amongst the team, but the positive side of that, and I'm using my coaching hat here, the positive side of that is look at players like Kirby Joseph, look at Malcolm Rodriguez, Aiden Hutchinson. You know, you could even say Barnes from a season ago. All these guys are getting meaningful minutes and developing. It may be painful to watch, but they are getting invaluable minutes on the field, learning how to read opposing offenses, how to step up their game, and what's needed for them to improve. We do project here Joshua Pascal will play after the bye next weekend at Dallas. While he'll probably be on a bit of a snap count by the end of the year, we do believe between him and Hutchinson and McNeil from the 2021 class, Lions defensive line is going to come a long way. Add into the mix, Jameson Williams will be making his return in the next month, it's projected. I personally believe he'll be back in about week 9 of the season, so he'll be able to get in quite a few games in his rookie campaign. As we saw against New England, the Lions really struggled against teams that went straight up man-to-man across the board with some actually decent corners. We saw again today, New England pulled off another impressive win against Cleveland. One thing that the Lions could not do there is have players win one-on-one battles. It's our anticipation. It's going to be very difficult for teams to go man-to-man against the Lions when Williamson's on the field because he's going to command a double team. Any kind of crossing pattern or midfield in-cut is going to be very difficult for opposing teams to take away from him because of his enormous amount of speed. With that being said, the Lions are getting better on defense. We saw it against New England, and it's our projection. We're probably going to startle a few people with our performance against Dallas. No, we didn't say we'd win, but we do believe the Lions will be very competitive in that game. Reason number 4 as to why we're going to improve, make the playoffs in 2023 and the Super Bowl in 24. It's our anticipation, much like reason number 5, the coaching staff for the Lions are also going to matriculate upwards. They're going to get better and better through repetitions. It's unlike the NBA or Major League Baseball where you have teams get, an 82-game season, 162-game season. I want you to put on your logical caps here and consider this. If I'm an NBA coach and I'm a rookie, I've got 82 games to get better. 82 different times I'm going to see this, that, and get experience doing things. Now, take the 82 times 2. Take it by 3. In 3 seasons, how many more games did you get repetitions as a coach to see this, that, and improve upon things than you do versus an NFL coach? Now imagine if you were a baseball coach, you get a lot more reps. And that's our guess for Dan Campbell and the rest of his staff. They're going to continue to get better and better and better the more reps they get at making calls. By that point, 2024, Campbell, assuming he's still here, assuming everything's still in place, he should have no longer have the need to go for it on every 4th down, seemingly. We should have established a good kicking game. So, hey, 4th and 4, it's on our side of, the other side of the field. We're actually considering going for it or punting. The defense, Hutchinson, Pascal, Okuda, whoever else it may be, Malcolm Rodriguez, they'll hit a point in their careers where they should be no longer getting dominated from a physical standpoint, but they've hit the weight room. They've gotten faster. They bulked up. They recognize plays better. Whatever you want to metric you want to throw, they'll be at the point in their careers where, hey, now they're ready to play. Hey, now they're the ones teaching some younger players on the other sidelines how things are operating. But the other part of it is, consider this. Aaron Rodgers is probably not in Green Bay at that point. Justin Fields, if he hasn't panned out by that time, he's gone. The rest of the teams in the NFC will probably be going through a period of flux, which opens a gateway for guess who? The Detroit Lions. Before we get on to number 3 on the reasons, the top 5 reasons why the Detroit Lions will be in the Super Bowl in 2024, I want to go ahead and tell everybody in YouTube land watching these videos, thank you so much. You've done nothing but support the channel. We just hit 100 subscribers earlier this morning. We're growing at I think, a pretty good pace, and we're trying to put out content almost every day for you. We do take one day off a week where we give you guys content 6 days a week where you're enjoying it. So if you would, pretty please with sugar on top, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, maybe leave a thought or two on things we could do for future videos, ideas. Maybe you just want to tell me, hey, Dan, you're horrible with that idea. I think you're an idiot on the other ideas. Feel free to do that too. Just be respectful of anybody in the chat or even myself if you would. So again, I want to thank you all for the support, and let's get on to reason number 3 why the Lions will be in the Super Bowl in 2024. Number 3 on the reasons why, it's an easy one. Money. That's right. Come 2023, the Lions will go from cap poor to cap strapped. They're going to have over $30 million if they do nothing else to clear cap space before 2023. They'll have roughly $30 million for Brad Holmes to finally go out and pursue some free agents if they choose to. Not only that, but as I'm sure we all know, the LA Rams are not having the best season. It is quite possible the Detroit Lions could end up with 2 picks in the top 10, maybe the top 15. Let's hope that we win out the rest of the games and go ahead and win a playoff game, all that. But trying to be somewhat realistic here, it's very probable that the Lions will be able to really tap their toes in the free agent market for the first time under Campbell or Holmes in 2023. While they won't be able to spend a ton, they'll be able to bring in 1 or 2 pieces along with whoever they draft. The other part of that is in 2024, did you know the Detroit Lions salary cap, if it stays where it is currently, will be over $120 million. They've got that much dead cap space left over for the Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn regime. Those 2 suckers were running up bills left and right for future people to have to worry about. And that's part of the reason why the Lions haven't made some of the bigger jump forward in year 2 under Campbell and Holmes. They haven't had money to spend, so the draft has been it. And as we alluded to before, while the draft was great for giving some of those players immediate PT, or playing time on the field, it's also nice to have a few younger, more experienced veterans to help work with those people, a couple people established on the field. So 2023 will be the first time Holmes will be able to jump in and grab a few people of note. In 2024, that bank's going to be open for Detroit to really make an aggressive move. All right, talking about reason number 2 on the chart. Why the Detroit Lions will be able to make the Super Bowl in 2024. A number of good reasons we've pointed out so far, but here's another thought. We've talked about how young the coaching staff is, how young the players are, how inexperienced they all are in different spots. But in 2024, the majority of the team, which is currently first or second year players, will be in their primes. These players, along with the coaches, will have matured enough to basically be veterans on the field. They're going to be near the peak of most of their physical abilities as far as the players. Also, the coaches will have enough experience where it's going to become harder and harder for them to be picked apart by things they don't yet know. And then obviously coaches can come and go and leave, but if we're just projecting based on what we have here today, it's going to be very difficult for other teams to now take advantage from a physical standpoint, from a mental standpoint of so many of our players or coaching staffs, because by this point in their careers, they'll have had enough experience and seasoning. Okay, if you already listened to the drum roll, then here we are. The number one reason why the Detroit Lions will be in the Super Bowl in 2024. And this is going to be a controversial one, I'm sure. But that reason is Jared freaking Goff. You're going to say, what? What do you think, he's the greatest quarterback ever? Whatever it may be, listen to me. I think it's going to come down to this season right here, right now, 2022. Goff has started off the season outside the New England game at a monster pace, leading the league going into the New England game in touchdowns, yards, many other metrics. If he continues that pace and he's anywhere near it by the end of the season, think about this. In 2021, when the switch in the offensive coordinators came and Johnson took over the offense, the Lions had Goff become the number 4 quarterback in all the NFL during those last 6 games. During the first 4 games of 2022, Goff was either at in the top 3 to top 5 in almost every metric possible. So let's also talk about how that will impact many other things. It's our projections for the 2023 draft. The Lions will more than likely end up with 3 first-round picks, 2 in the second and 2 in the fourth. Write those down and let me know 1 year from now if I was right or wrong. Whatever it may be, I think we're going to be in a position to hit a real windfall if Goff can maintain. If he falls off the cliff and the Lions are forced to pick a rookie quarterback in the first 5 picks, then, hey, some things may change. We're going to have to hope that person isn't Mitch Trubisky or Ryan Leaf. We're going to have to hope that that person ends up being somebody of note that can power this team forward. But right now and here, I'm telling you this, Goff's going to maintain. He's going to hold form. We're going to probably only finish with 6 wins this year, but we're going to set ourselves up for one heck of a 2023 offseason and a playoff win in the season of 2023. All right, well, that does it for our top 5 reasons why the Detroit Lions will be in the Super Bowl in 2024. Let us know in the comments section below what you thought. If you can, once again, think about subscribing to the channel, smash that notification button, and go ahead and leave a like. All these things really help the channel out, help us grow, help us produce more videos, and bring you even better and better content over time. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your bye Sunday. No Lions game today. Let's start talking tomorrow about how we're going to get ready for Dallas. And I'm thinking we're going to have a heck of a showing in Dallas. Hope you all enjoy your day, and thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.